Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews, and happy Halloween. So today I am going to be covering a little bit more of some statements that Alec Baldwin himself has made pertaining to the Rust set shooting and the death of Helena Hutchins. So, the Hollywood Reporter, this is from yesterday, they have come out. Rust star Alec Baldwin and producer confirmed that the production was wrapped for now before sharing that he has remained in contact with Hutchins' husband and supports calls for increased gun safety on set. Alec Baldwin calls Helena Hutchins my friend, says Rust production was well-oiled in first on-camera interview since the shooting. Now, I'm not going to cover the complete article, but I'm going to cover what he said. Basically, she was my friend. The day I arrived in Santa Fe and started shooting, I took her to dinner with Joel Souza, the director. Baldwin said, we were a very well-oiled crew shooting a film together. And then this horrible event happened. Now there's also the video from Jack Posobiec on Twitter where he calls it an accident. And he can't discuss it because it's an active investigation. Well, here's the thing. Yes, it was an accident. We all know that. But he could still take responsibility for what he did. The fact that he called this crew a very, very well-oiled machine, or a very well-oiled crew, apparently it wasn't, because a woman died and your safety measures were not enforced. I have no respect for Alec Baldwin. If the man is going to go into such a state of denial and say that this was an accident, while it may have been, it was an easily prevented or preventable action, an accident. Folks, I have said it in every one of my videos pertaining to this incident. When you are handed a loaded gun, it doesn't matter if the person says it's safe. It doesn't matter if the person says there's no rounds in it. You always, and I cannot stress this enough, always check for yourself. I have many family members who are gun owners. If they handed me a gun, the first thing, I don't care if I know them, I don't care if they're family, I would check the gun. The fact that Alec Baldwin is coming out and talking about this, saying how it was an accident, and yet refuses to say this was an easily preventable accident, and I should have taken the time to check that gun, it just goes to show that this man will not take responsibility, at least in my opinion, and many other people's opinions who have also reported on this. But the fact that he has the gall to say that this was a well-oiled crew, when you have an assistant director who was fired from a previous project for unsafe practices with handguns on set, and you have an inexperienced armorer who in her very first and also previous project, she got the production shut down for unsafe practices. Well-oiled? Are you sure, Alec? Because it seems to me that you cut corners and hired very dangerous people to be the crew for your set. Crew members who were part of the unions walked off of your set. And you had to hire scabs, or whatever they call them, to continue the set. People who are not as experienced, who don't know the protocols. So cutting corners even further. If you ask me, folks, I would not take much of what Alec Baldwin says to heart. He may say it was an accident. He didn't apologize. He didn't say, I am so sorry that this happened. But He calls it a very well-oiled crew. And he calls it an accident. An accident it may be, but it was easily preventable. As I also said, in my own opinion, anybody who is anti-gun should not make a movie where their character wields a gun. If they are not willing to take the safety measures needed, if they are not willing to take safety protocols and safety courses to learn how to handle firearms properly, they should not ever put their hands on a gun, prop gun or otherwise. Those are my thoughts on this, folks. I am not here to tell you the thoughts of anyone else but my own. And I honestly think that Alec Baldwin should do time for this action. Negligent manslaughter. He should have accountability for what he decided to not do when being handed a weapon. I think that the assistant director, as well as the armorer, David Halls and Hannah Gutierrez Reed, respectively, should also be held accountable. They were supposed to check the damn weapon. Apparently they did not. Negligence caused this death of Helena Hutchins. And I will not go to speak of how she may feel in the afterlife, but I think she would have appreciated safety measures being done while alive. Maybe then she might still be alive. Anyway, folks, that is going to be the video. You all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you think of Alec Baldwin's words? What do you think of him, how he said that a very negligent crew was very well oiled? And how he doesn't apologize. Let me know all your thoughts. Anyway, folks, this has been Orange Hat Reviews. Stay humble.